Hola, mi nombre es Jason, estoy con Unreal Investment, con Crypto Charlie. Estamos hoy en la hermosa ciudad de Bogotá, Colombia. Bogotá es la capital de Colombia. Hoy estamos muy cerca a Monserrate. Monserrate es uno de los lugares más turísticos de Bogotá y más hermosos que hay. Tiene un poco más de 3.000 metros de altura sobre el nivel del mar. Bueno, hoy en el video de hoy del proyecto Origen, como Colombia es mi origen, así que déjame saber de dónde eres, dejar tus comentarios y no olvides suscribirte. Adiós.
Guys, we're giving away some Amazon gift cards to a few of our subscribers. So all you have to do to be eligible is 1. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video and just comment below. What are some of your favorite cryptocurrencies? Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get into the video. Origin Protocol is trending on CoinGecko right now. So we gotta ask ourselves, what is Origin Protocol and is it even worth our time looking into? Origin Protocol allows for peer-to-peer marketplaces and e-commerce applications. And their target marketplace is the global sharing economy. Yes, those words don't make sense, but I'll break it down for you guys. So the global sharing economy includes websites like Fiverr, Airbnb, Uber, where you connect a buyer to a seller and there was a centralized middleman that does the connections. Now imagine this in a decentralized way where there's no middleman who's setting up the rules, who's setting up the fees. That is Origin Protocol. Just to give you an idea of how big this sharing economy is, in 2014, it was a measly $15 billion and it's projected to go all the way up to $330 billion in 2025. That, my friends, is what we would call huge, monumental, gigantic, catastrophic. Well, not catastrophic, but you get where I'm going with this. And Origin Protocol could potentially be positioning themselves to get right in the middle of this growth and disrupt this entire economy. You may be asking yourself, why would anybody use Origin Protocol in opposition to some of the more established centralized entities like a Fiverr, like Uber, like Airbnbs, Lyfts? Why would someone want to use Origin Protocol? Here's why. Their #1 goal is to innovate the sharing economy. A lot of these companies, when they reach the peak and they dominate the market, that's it. There's no more innovations. The product is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
But with a company like Origin Protocol that's built on the blockchain, and it's open source, and there's decisions that it's voted upon by those who are holding Origin Protocol tokens, it allows for further innovation and it does not stagnate the actual product. Also, free customer and transaction data, and finally, reduce censorship and the removal of unnecessary regulations. This already gives you an understanding of why Origin would need to disrupt this global sharing economy. So many of these companies that we know very well and have incredible name recognition, when they reach to this place and they can just dominate the market, it becomes very difficult for any competitors to come into the market, so they start operating like a monopoly. The main issue with this is they can start implementing any kind of fees and regulations as they please, and they go completely unchallenged because they are the dominating company that rules the market. Here's an example. Airbnb would charge its guests 5 to 15% and it would charge its hosts 3 to 5% of every booking. This means Airbnb makes 20% of every transaction just for you to use their infrastructure without any additional work being done. I want you guys to understand how potentially big Origin could be in the future. Because if there was a more efficient system set in place, where there was an open, decentralized place where both the buyer and the seller could meet and exchange this product, both the buyer would be able to make more and the seller would be able to save more on this transaction. Also, Airbnb has made the news before for denying service to a controversial group. Let's say the XRP community, we don't like them, So we're denying them service because they're just a part of the XRP community. Now you see how unfair this is, because we could just deny services to certain groups of people just because of who they are. So a lot of these issues are fixed when we use a decentralized platform like OGN Protocol. I know it seems like a tall order to go against a lot of these giants, but as of right now, sellers can create listings, set availability for their offerings, and they can accept payments. On the flip side, buyers can search through all of the listings and they can make purchases on the OGN marketplace. So we've established OGN is getting into a very good marketplace, but the next determining factor for how well this can potentially do is, of course, the team. Who is on this team and who is investing in this project? The team of investors on this project is stacked. We have the founder of YouTube, Steve Chen. The last cryptocurrency project that I saw Steve Chen invested in was Theta, and Theta did very well. Now, I'm not saying OGN is going to do what Theta did, but he picked a winner with being on the board of advisors for Theta, and here he is investing in OGN Protocol. We also have the founder of Reddit. I don't even have to tell you guys how huge Reddit is. So I do believe these two guys have very good eyes for projects that are going to do very well in the future. So we can see that this team is very deep with a lot of experience. Persons like Josh Fraser and Matthew, who worked at companies that were acquired by places like YouTube, companies were acquired by Walmart. So a lot of technical experience between these two co-founders, and we have so many persons who worked at big companies like PayPal, YouTube, Google, Dropbox. The list goes on and on. We can check good product off the list, good team, and great investors. Now let's talk about the tokenomics. This is what truly matters for a project. We could go on CoinGecko and we can see the circulating supply right now is 211 million tokens. This is a good supply of coins, because as I look at OGN's price right now, this tells me that this price could potentially go even further. It's not too much, it's not like 100 billion or anything like that, and we have good utility on the token. So let's actually take a look at the utility, and you guys tell me, do you think this is good utility? Because I think it is. So on platforms like Craigslist and eBay, you know, the form of exchange would be traditional fiat. But when we take this thing to the blockchain and we go on the OGN protocol, the actual token OGN is used for payments. It's used for transactions. So right at the first swing, we already see, if you want to use this platform, you have to use some OGN tokens. And I'll also mention, if you hold OGN tokens, this is going to be a part of how you can participate in the governance and the decision making for OGN. I also found this very unique use case for the OGN token. So within the app, sellers could go ahead and boost their listings and their browse results with the OGN tokens.
So let's just say I had a condo in the Bahamas. I would be able to put that condo up for home sharing on the OGN network. I would be able to tell the app that I'm willing to pay a 20 OGN commission every time that condo or home is rented out. Multiple home sharing applications would then be incentivized to feature my rental, thereby encouraging them to compete with OGN for the commissions. When an application books a rental reservation for my condo, that app developer is then rewarded the 20 OGN which me, the renter, has put up as a commission.
So potential sellers and advertisers may start looking at this model as even better than what they see on Google with their CPC and their CPM, and their CPC would be cost per click, where persons may just be browsing and they click on your link and you still have to pay for it. Whereas on OGN, you only would have to pay if someone actually buys from you. So with all of that said, I am seeing some incredible utility. And on top of that, these guys are working on staking for the OGN token. And we already know when you start staking coins and you lock them up, the supply goes down and the demand is already going up, because a lot of persons want these OGN tokens to use on this platform. So I have to talk about something else that is making this platform even better. So OGN is facilitating an NFT marketplace as well. So earlier this week we saw Grammy award-winning artist Lupe Fiasco announced that he's launching his NFTs on Origin Protocol. That is huge. I'm sure we're going to see even more artists follow suit. This may be why we saw such a spike in price earlier this month for Origin. It has a few more bonuses that I think are very important that a lot of persons skip over when they're looking at these cryptocurrencies. I think the marketing on this product is phenomenal. I looked at their videos, top of the line, top tier. Looked at their website, same thing. Top tier. It's very good. I love their branding. I love their colors. Everything is aesthetically pleasing. I know a lot of you guys may like, whatever, it's only about the tech. But we have regular people who are going to be looking at this platform for house sharing, ride sharing, services like Fiverr, and all of those websites that I called have very good branding, have very good websites, have very good marketing. It would be the downfall of this project if they also did not fall in line with those same kinds of standards. I think this is a very good project. I think it's top tier. I think it's top notch. I must warn you guys, this project has spiked in the last few days. I only found out about it because it entered the trending searches on CoinGecko, and I wanted to put it on your guys' radar just to take a look into it. You might want to double back after it settles down, because I think this could possibly be a beast of a project if it could compete with some of those giants in the space. So with all of that being said, I'm Action Man. Peace out.